Hello everyone, and welcome back to Game Break, the full coverage writer's presentation where we take a chance to explore the story in some of our favorite video games. Will here, returning to Rapture in BioShock 2, as we continue the search for Daniel Wales, brother to Father Simon Wales, and the only one with the clearance code to get into Simon Wales's hidden church. All we gotta do is head into the aptly named Pink Pearl and find Daniel Wales. Oh, and what a pleasant welcome we're finding here in the entrance to the Pink Pearl. How lovely. Just what I want to think of. Ooh, a spear gun though. That explains the bodies pinned to the wall, but at least I get a new lovely toy. And some ammo to boot. Excuse me while I just take these spears out of your dead body. Hope you don't mind. I'm sure she doesn't mind.
What the hell?
Very effective, if a bit morbid. Reminds me of the crossbow from BioShock 1.
The Pearl was among the ritziest lodgings in Rapture. But during the war, the residents put themselves up for sale. Daniel's office is on the top floor, I believe.
Well, I suppose that's not too surprising as compared to anything else down here in Rapture. This place used to be the nice apartment complex for all the well-to-do down here in Rapture. And then when things went to pot and everybody needed money, the women started whoring themselves out, thus turning this place into a brothel. Did notice the sign outside was originally called this place The Pearl, and the pink part was added in later. Well, I guess it is what it is. Could be worse. Unrelated to the story, but you may notice that I now have a little sister with me, and may miss out on the part where I got that little sister. I've been doing some of the little sister stuff off the camera because it's not really story related. If you guys would like to see me do the capturing the little sisters and fighting the big daddies and doing the harvests, leave in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to cut that stuff out unless something plot relevant happens. Because otherwise, it's just me fighting big daddies and then me fighting armies of splicers. Fun, but not really story driven.
Simon, so Rapture leaks. Crying about it's only going to add to the surplus of moisture in it. Nothing's to say it's our design. But Simon goes to see Dr. Lamb anyway, beset by guilt, because we can't find another contract. Then he comes out the other side, saying he's always wanted to take the orders. He's Father Simon Wales now. If I ever see that Sofia Lamb in the street, I'm going to give her the back of me frickin' hand, and a nut on the head besides.
Well then, someone is not happy with Sofia Lamb's practices. Yeah, I don't remember if it was mentioned, but the brothers Wales designed Rapture at Ryan's behest. And it looks like when... Oh, how delightfully charming. Spider splicers. I was wondering when they were going to show up. But yeah, the place was built by the Wales brothers, and obviously it started falling apart and leaking, so I guess... Ow. Simon Wales decided to turn to Sofia Lamb for religion, and came out a practicing father of her word. Daniel Wales, on the other hand, was not so convinced, and apparently not so pleased with Sofia for the change in his brother. I'm not surprised, either. Religion can truly break up a family, even if it is a made-up religion. Hello.
'Cause I'm the fucking best.
Someone's sneaking around back here. Oh, ceiling vents. And spider splicers have been reintroduced who like to crawl around in the ceiling. Delightful. I'm sure they won't ambush me at every corner. I'm sure I'm perfectly safe. Moving on. What's going on here? Oh!
One more.
Interrupted something. I wonder if this place is still a practicing brothel.
Dancing, Daddy, dancing.
Oh! We're being watched. Okay. Someone was watching something go down. Ugh, just the thought that this room was set up originally so that people would make love here and then others would watch, presumably through a two-way mirror. Ugh. I don't know, there's something skeevy about that. Free live shows and all that. People were really desperate for money.
Are you Simon? Well, here's the peace offering.
Well,
Welcome to the Pink Feckin' Pearl, sweethearts.
That has to be Daniel. Hunt him down and pin his ears back, kid.
well, seems like Daniel thinks that his brother Simon sent us, and his welcoming was a Molotov cocktail and some cruce words. I'm sure things will go over well. Just like they always do down here in Rapture. Enough of that music. Looks like some people had some fun time for their money back here.
Sure, I've had some Johns in my time, and they've all got their kinks. But I think Rupert beats all. Keeps wanting me to splice up in the act. Says it'll heighten it for both of us. I said, honey, I ain't doing it for the heights. I'm doing it for the scratch. Besides, Danny would have a fit if I started needling. He does it himself, of course. But what's good for the gander gets the goose thrown off the drop.
So, Daniel was the one running the brothel of the Pink Pearl. Interesting. So while one brother turned to religion, the other turned to prostitution. How wonderfully dichotomous. And of course, at least Daniel was smart enough to keep his girls from splicing up, but not smart enough to keep himself from splicing up. Well, I suppose there's a difference between running business and running pleasure for the self. Ew. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's nothing to be concerned about. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, dead bodies in the vents. Everything's fine. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh my. What was going on in here? Chairs and closed screens with pay slots on them. Wonder what these were for. Oh, how charming. More of the live shows, it seems. Only someone took the live out of the live show part. Delightful. Welcome to Rapture. Ugh. She's seen better days.
I got plans for you.
Unhand me
This is
at
gonna be
I
fun.
can't do this. Help!
Oh dear. I'm sure that's fine too. Yeah, nothing seedy going on here. I'm just gonna I'll open this safe now. People of Rapture are sick on multiple levels. Daniel.
Brother sends you now? A metal frickin' handyman?
Well, indirectly he sent me. Someone was making moonshine. And it does not look appetizing. Haven't seen these in a while. Hopefully I'll be getting some of those myself at some point for my spear gun. Oh, another ceiling vent. I wonder if another splicer's going to hop down and surprise me from it.
She's gonna cure me!
Oh, from the floor. Well, aren't we different? And back down he goes. Looks like his little ambush didn't do him much good. Especially not when compared to my shotgun.
Forget. I'm proper drunk and feeling introspective. Now in the motherland, Simon and I designed cathedrals together. But I was the black old sheep back there, never believing a word of the Jesus bollocks myself. Then, Andrew Ryan says he wants Wales and Wales for Rapture. A cathedral with no God, befitting the ascent of man. Now I'm running girls, and Simon thinks he's saving souls. Father Wales. Ah! Can you believe I share a womb with such a sap?
Well, now we have the Wales and Wales family history, at least enough that we need to know for this story. They were ironically designing Catholic churches and cathedrals back in the motherland, which, based on their accent, I'm assuming is Ireland. And then Andrew Ryan asked them to come down here to a place where religion is heavily frowned upon and build the place. And of course, now we know where that went. Daniel running a brothel, and Simon running a church. The exact opposite of the ends of the spectrum. Oh, it's dark down here. I don't like the dark. Dark is spoopy. Uh-oh. And it's only creepier with this Big Daddy flashlight they gave me. Yes, I see you waving at me over there, Spider Splicer Corpse. Useful. I'm glad the turrets can tell the difference between a dead corpse and a splicer pretending to be a dead corpse. Saves me a jump scare. Where did Daniel go? Daniel!
Oh, it's Father Simon Wales now! Bollock!
Quit running away, Daniel. I just want to say hi.
And here's a dozen frickin' dogs for you!
Oh my. I guess Daniel doesn't want to chat. And he has a security drone on his side. Super. What annoying little buggers, those security drones. Especially when you accidentally pull out the wrong plasmid. Daniel does not want to go down. And of course he has help. Where'd you come from? There we go. Oh my. And the music suddenly gets rather ominous. The addition of a big daddy groan didn't help that, but things just suddenly got creepy. Did I do a bad?
Go ahead and check Daniel's pockets for that door code, Chief.
Well, come this far.
Tonight, I had a pain in me head. And this time it wasn't from the wine or the whores. So naturally I came up to my office to murder it with a drink. And there on me liquor rack is a bottle of sacramental wine from my dear brother Simon. And of course the vintage date on the label is the code to enter his territory. 1919. I should pass his bleeding wine through my system, send it back warm.
Well, no love lost between those two, it seems. Well, at least we got our door code. Clever way to disguise it, too.
Faith, Delta. It lives within us, yet beyond us. Daniel Wales lacked it. Father Simon Wales does not. The faithful do not die in fear, as you did. We achieve martyrdom.
Well. I mean, I suppose she's not wrong, but depending on your faiths, that's either a incriminating and terrifying fact or just an annoying reality. If you're not faithful, you don't care about martyrdom, you just don't want to die. But if you are truly faithful, then dying for your cause and achieving martyrdom could be the greatest thing you could do with your life. I suppose for Father Simon Wales, martyrdom would be an ultimate sacrifice, but I don't know. Me personally, I'm a bit nonplussed by that statement.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. Bean.
Oh hey, look at that. There actually is more of a point to recording my battles with the enemies here. There's multiple rewards for all of them, including passive bonuses and free tonics. Suppose I should be using that DNA recorder a bit more often from now on. I guess I'll have to do that. I guess you'll be seeing me recording a lot more often from now on.
Told you to keep a lookout. Now there's a metal daddy on our ass. You dumb, stupid broad. That'll set you up, dumb broad.
Rude. Someone doesn't have respect for women. And now he's dead. I caught it all on film.
Found the code, did you? All right, time to hightail it back to the door and punch those numbers in.
Where do you think I'm going, Sinclair? Just taking a leisurely stroll around Siren's Alley? Not exactly a scenic locale.
Now through this junction is the rest of the alley, including the very pumping station we're after. Father Wales has been recruiting holy rollers down there for Lamb.
Well, I suppose we should put a stop to that. If we can stop Father Wales' recruiting process, perhaps there'll be a fewer splicers for us to deal with as we continue on. I doubt that'll really have an effect, but A big daddy can dream, right? Alright, so I guess I just put in the key code, 1919. Lovely vintage for Sacramento wine, I'm sure. Uh-oh. Ooh, that doesn't look good. This doesn't look good at all.
Simon Wales, can you hear me? I have trapped a death at your doorstep. And Simon, Daniel, is dead. Murdered. Can you hear him crying out for justice?
Well, this is quite the pickle. Now we're trapped.
They've cut the power on you. You're stuck till the backups kick in. I'll help you hold them back. Check the pneumo.
Wonderful. Only trapped here in a small enclosed...
Know this, beast. Daniel's body may go cold, but his soul rests with the child of the Lamb. You shall roast and blacken in the pit, and it'll be a grieving brother sent you there.
Oh dear. Simon is angry that we killed his brother, and now we've got an army of splicers ready to kill us. Spider splicers by the looks of it. Ugh. Not a fan of the spider splicers, they're so creepy. And given Simon Wales' religious inclinations, I get the feeling he's going to be a little bit harder to convince that we're not a devil as compared to Grace Holloway. She was just angry at us because she thought we turned Eleanor into a little sister. But, Father Wales is a true man of the Lamb. And these spider splicers... Well, I don't know about the spider splicers, but... Oh, they're creepy and they want me dead.
Your sin itself marches to meet you, beast, and its name is Legion.
How biblically poetic. It's not just the family with him, it's a whole legion. I'd like the guy a bit more if he wasn't trying to murder me. Jumpy little bastards. At least I got a bonus. Oh, hi. Oh, bye. I hate hearing them clank around in the ceiling, too.
Eleanor Lamb is our salvation, demon. You shall not rob us of our final reward.
Oh, he's devout. I'm still not so sure about this salvation, but I'm not invited, so I don't care. Oh, it's a big, flaming root splicer. And he's not flaming in a fun way. Ow. Well dressed, at least. Man, these guys can take a lot of bullets. Huh. Is that the last of them?
Attaboy, sport. I think you're closing in on Simon's underground temple. Now get down to pumping station number 5 and drain out the park here. Oxygen's running thin in this train car, and I'd sure hate to see our partnership cut short.
Right. Sinclair's still trapped in the train car, and it's the only oxygen available to him because... Right. I suppose we should get to that pumping station, huh? Now that, the immediate army isn't trying to murder me and I can get through the door, might as well save Sinclair's life from asphyxiating in a horrible, horrible manner. Leave him plenty of time to ambush us later. I'm still waiting for that sudden yet inevitable betrayal. Oh, another warm welcome to a new section of Siren Alley.
Ask yourself, Delta. You who have suffered beyond measure at the hands of men like Ryan. What is the cost of paradise?
to end pain, to end sin. What must we pay? Eleanor is my answer.
Well, that does not sound good. First she starts talking about a price to pay to bring salvation, and then she says that Eleanor is her price. Sounds like she plans on sacrificing Eleanor in order to bring salvation for everyone else. It's not really fair. Definitely feel bad for the poor girl. She was raised and groomed to be martyred like that. Nope, we're not gonna allow it. It certainly explains why Eleanor is desperately trying to get us to rescue her. I'd be calling out any help I can get, too, if I thought someone was going to sacrifice me for their own salvation. Assuming the salvation even works. We don't even know what it is yet.
Sinclair, I don't care how you accomplish Lamb's removal from the public eye. Indeed, I'd rather cease contact with you altogether. But allow me to make this plain. I don't want to see Lamb on the streets again, peddling her Bolshevik fever dreams to my people. Bury her memory, Sinclair. Bury it, and salt the earth.
Ryan was getting pretty desperate in the end there. It would take a lot for him to have to work with a man like Sinclair, who he'd rather have no contact with whatsoever, in order to get rid of Sofia Lamb. And I suppose Sinclair was just the lesser of two evils as far as Andrew Ryan was concerned. And whatever Sinclair did, it worked. For a time.
Here's the angel.
Smugglers. Dangerous act to commit in Rapture. Non-believers are not welcome here anymore. It seems we truly have found the Mecca of the Lamb. Only the most devout of her followers were allowed down here, and apparently anyone else, well, I'm sure these corpses must not have been believers. I can only imagine what's written in those religious-looking books. Oh man, this place is creepy looking. That should do it for a nice and easy gathering of Adam. I know I said I wasn't going to do any of these, but I think this one is worth pointing out some shenanigans. Go ahead, little sister. Collect the Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Really? As soon as I start the gathering, the Big Daddy just walks right on in. Now I gotta fight off the incoming splicers while not hitting this Big Daddy. And he's right in the center of everything. Really? I can't even get near the guy without him griping. The least he could do is protect my little sister as well as his own. Come on, we're both Big Daddies here. Let's work together. Ow. So much for working together. You know, just stand there and watch and be entertained. That's fine too. There's only spider splicers everywhere. Oh, and a wonderful time to reload. Oh, goodness. Ow. Okay, I don't know what I did, but pissed off the Big Daddy. Just right at the end, something happened and I hit him. Well, at least he gives me plenty of ammo to throw right back at him. Of course, throwing splicers at him isn't going to do me any good. down he goes.
I'm telling the other girls that I have the best daddy.
Well, at least when I go to hand in this little sister, I'll have another little sister ready to adopt. Convenient for as much of a hassle as that was. And off you go, dear. Just let me drain some of this atom out of you and you'll be on your way.
I'm always safe with daddy.
Drop one off, pick one up. Never-ending cycle of creepy little girls. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. If you enjoyed the video, give that like button a press, and as always, feel free to continue the discussion of the story in the comments section below. Just try to keep it spoiler-free. And as always, you can subscribe to our channel for more great videos from us at Full Coverage Writers. And until next time, get out there, be creative, and be awesome.